Welcome to the channel. Got back out on the lake this last Friday. We're having some great weather for the end of October in the 70s, and the bass were biting. Caught quite a few of them, and if you stick around for the 2-minute mark here on the video, that'll be my biggest bass. But the water temperature is right at 58 degrees, so the top water is definitely still in play. If you saw my other video, I made a chart for what lures to use at what water temperatures. I'll put a link in the description. But definitely the top water was working in very shallow water. I was catching them in anywhere from 1 to 4 feet of water, mostly in the 1.5 to 2 feet of water range. Working the Chopo 120 was what I caught everything on. This is a pretty good shot here because you can see my bubble trails from where I cast, and it kind of gives you a good idea of how I cover the water along the shoreline there. This is a little smallmouth here, nothing too big, but he hit it pretty good, fought me pretty good.
There we go.
And this is going to be my big fish right here. And this is a good example of here. One of the things that I like to do is I like to, when I cast my lure out there, leave it sit for maybe 3 to 5 seconds. And while I was doing that on this one, the fish actually took it before I ever started reeling at all. And once I started reeling, I realized he was on there and set the hook. But it's just something my dad taught me a long time ago, and I think it holds true that you let it, give it a rest when you cast it. Just let it sit there for a couple of seconds, and it really does make a difference.
That's what I've been looking for.
This was a nice one. This one weighed in at 3.54 pounds.
Boom.
This I cast just off the camera here. But he hit it hard. This was a real nice smallmouth, and I love catching smallmouth. They put up such a good fight, and this one had some nice jumps here that you'll be able to see a little bit of. And oddly, there was a boat cushion floating in the background. You can see it on the water. I did end up picking that up and throwing it in the garbage because I don't like trash out on the lake. Sped it up here a little for you.
That's a beauty. Boom.
He was a chunk, very thick fish. That chop will make some noise out there. You could hear the hit. That was a good one. The water was just as calm. The wind was probably only 1 or 2 miles an hour, and that water was like glass almost the whole time I was out there. So that makes the topwater even more fun. The only thing that made the topwater challenging was the leaves.
Yes, sir. Another one.
This is this is a good example of what not to do. So this was a pretty nice fish. And he fought really good all the way back to the boat here. It was a long cast, so I had to fight him, bring him in for quite a distance. And I just have gotten into the habit of boat flipping, and probably at times when I shouldn't. And this was one of those times. I got him right up there. He jumped right by the boat, and I thought, okay, I'm going to flip him right in here, and you'll see what happens.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I talked to myself out there. This is a really good, this is a good one because this happens frequently, especially with the topwater here. where you'll see the fish hit it the first time, and the tendency is to just jerk that lure right away. But this is what you should do: is don't react right away, because he missed it the first time, and then I just kept going slowly, and then he got it the second time.
Yes, sir. Another nice one. There we go. Boom.
All right, another little cove here. This was literally about 1.5 feet deep where I was. Now maybe 2 feet deep where I had the boat, and it's probably 1.5 to 1 feet deep where I cast it. And I was putting it right next to some lily pads over there, and he hammered it as soon as it hit the water. He felt like he was way bigger than he was, because he was actually side hooked. So that was a little bit of a chore getting him back in, and fooled me. Thought he was way bigger than he was.
There we go. Yep.
Again, casting right over by a group of lily pads. This one hit it about halfway back to the boat. And I knew pretty quickly that it wasn't a bass. Just, you can tell when you get a pickerel on here, and that's what it was. So once I got him up there, and I tried to tell him to get off there. I held him up there until he could flip around a little bit, hoping he'd shake himself off, but he didn't, because I don't like, I did everything I could to avoid touching him, and I didn't actually touch him, because they're slimy and stinky. But it's a decent sized one. They do fight pretty good. And this was my last fish of the day. Nice long cast in the super shallow water, and he hit it right away. So all in all, a great fall day. Like I said, end of October in Maine, and we got over 70-degree weather. You can't beat it. And that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and check out that other video with the link in the description if you wanted to see what lures to use in the cold water. Thanks.